The recent revelations about Judge Mathis have sent shockwaves throughout the public and the media. For years, the public has perceived Judge Mathis as a figure of moral authority, a man who had it all together, dispensing advice and judgment on television while maintaining a seemingly perfect family life. However, the cracks in that facade are beginning to show in the most unexpected way. The person responsible for pulling back the curtain on this hidden world is none other than his own son, Greg Jr. What Greg Jr. has brought to light is nothing short of shocking, and the bombshell allegations he has made have left people everywhere talking. Greg Jr. has claimed that his father, Judge Mathis, has allegedly been secretly gay and living life on the down low, DL, for years. This is a revelation that has thrown the public image of Judge Mathis into turmoil, and the ripple effects are being felt far and wide. For nearly 4 decades, the public has looked at Judge Mathis and his wife Linda as the ultimate couple. They were seen as relationship goals, a power couple who managed to stay together despite the pressures of fame and a demanding career. So when Linda suddenly decided to file for divorce after 39 years of marriage, it took everyone by surprise. The decision seemed random at first, leaving people wondering why she would choose to walk away after so many years together. But as more details have come to light, it has become clear that Linda's decision was far from random. There's a lot more going on beneath the surface, and it's starting to spill out into the public in ways that no one could have anticipated. The drama really started to unravel when Greg Jr. dropped the bombshell that his father, Judge Mathis, has allegedly been living a double life. According to Greg Jr., his father has been hiding a secret life for years, one that involves relationships with men and even multiple boy toys. These allegations are hard to believe, especially considering the image that Judge Mathis has cultivated over the years. But as more rumors start to circulate, it's becoming increasingly difficult to ignore the possibility that there might be some truth to them. Linda's decision to file for divorce now makes a lot more sense in light of these revelations. After 39 years of marriage, she's finally had enough. But this isn't just a temporary separation or a trial break. Linda is ready to make the split official, and she's cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for the divorce. Now, irreconcilable differences is a phrase we've all heard before, but in cases like this, it's often a polite way of saying that something much more dramatic is happening behind the scenes. And in the case of Judge Mathis and Linda, there's no shortage of drama. People are still trying to process the fact that a man like Judge Mathis, who has built his career on family values and dispensing justice, could have been living a double life all this time. It's difficult to reconcile the image we've seen on television with the rumors that are now circulating about his private life. Judge Mathis himself has even admitted that he had been slipping up in his marriage, acknowledging that he had neglected Linda. In a candid moment, Mathis talked about how his busy schedule, traveling for work, taping his television show, and spending time with friends, had kept him away from home. He expressed regret over the way things had turned out, admitting that he had put other priorities ahead of his marriage. At first, people assumed that Mathis had been cheating on Linda with another woman. There were even rumors that he had fathered a child with someone outside of his marriage. But what Greg Jr. has revealed is far more shocking than anyone could have imagined. According to Greg Jr., Judge Mathis wasn't just neglecting his wife. He was allegedly living a secret life that involved relationships with multiple men. These allegations have thrown everything we thought we knew about Judge Mathis into question. The rumors that have been swirling around suggest that Judge Mathis has been attending secret parties and engaging in activities that are a far cry from the wholesome image he's projected on TV. These parties, according to some sources, involved his alleged boy toys, and the picture that's emerging is one of a man living a life that's completely at odds with the persona he presents to the public. It's hard to believe, especially when you consider how much Judge Mathis has talked about the importance of family values on his show. But as the saying goes, sometimes the people who preach the loudest have the most to hide. And despite the rumors and the shocking nature of the allegations, Judge Mathis has remained largely silent on the matter. He hasn't addressed the rumors directly, choosing instead to stick to his story about neglecting his wife. He's admitted that his busy lifestyle contributed to the breakdown of his marriage, but he hasn't said a word about the allegations of his secret life or the rumors about his relationships with men. Instead, he's been trying to maintain business as usual, even as his personal life continues to unravel. He was spotted at the airport shortly after Linda filed for divorce, jetting off as if nothing had happened. The ink on the divorce papers was barely dry, yet Mathis was acting as though everything was normal. For his fans, this has been a difficult pill to swallow. Judge Mathis has been a fixture in the public eye for years, and people have looked up to him as a moral authority. To hear that he might have been living a double life is something that no one was prepared for. But where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And right now, there's enough smoke around Judge Mathis to set off every alarm in the city. The most surprising part of all of this is how it's affecting the public's perception of Judge Mathis. He's always been seen as a man of integrity, someone who stood for justice and fairness. But now, with these allegations hanging over his head, people are starting to question everything they thought they knew about him. The rumors about his secret life are casting a shadow over his reputation, and it's becoming harder and harder to separate the man from the persona he's cultivated on TV. Greg Jr. has played a significant role in bringing these allegations to light. His own journey of self-discovery has been a major part of this story. Greg Jr. came out as gay not long ago, and his decision to live openly and authentically seems to have been a turning point not just for him, but for his family as well. Before coming out, Greg Jr. was worried about how his decision might impact his father's public image. He was afraid of what the public reaction might be, given his father's position in the media and his long-standing reputation for promoting family values. Greg Jr.'s coming-out journey was difficult, but it seems to have opened his eyes to some of the things that were happening within his own family. As he started to embrace his own truth, he may have begun to see the lies that others were hiding. According to some sources, Greg Jr. had been keeping this secret for a long time, afraid of how it might affect his father's career. But eventually, he decided that enough was enough. After seeing how his mother was being treated, Greg Jr. felt it was time to let the truth come out. This isn't just a story about a high-profile family dealing with personal issues. It's a story about authenticity, secrecy, and the complicated dynamics that exist within families, especially those in the public eye. Greg Jr.'s decision to live openly and honestly seems to have triggered a series of events that are now playing out in the public eye. And while Greg Jr. may not have intended to blow up his family's image, it's clear that his decision to embrace his truth has had far-reaching consequences. As the story continues to unfold, people are watching closely to see how it will all play out. Judge Mathis, the man who has spent years handing out judgments on TV, is now facing a kind of judgment of his own. In the court of public opinion, the jury is still out on whether these allegations are true. But one thing is certain: the image that Judge Mathis has worked so hard to cultivate is now under intense scrutiny, and people are starting to see him in a whole new light. Greg Jr.'s revelations have forced the public to reconsider everything they thought they knew about Judge Mathis and his family. For years, they've been presented as a model of success, a family that managed to thrive despite the pressures of fame and a demanding career. But now, with these allegations of secret lives and hidden relationships, that image is beginning to crumble. People are also starting to wonder about the extent of the secrets that have been kept hidden within the Mathis family. If these rumors about Judge Mathis are true, what else might be lurking beneath the surface? The idea that someone who has built a career on dispensing justice could have been living a double life is a difficult one to reconcile. It's like finding out that your favorite superhero is actually the villain in disguise. And for fans of Judge Mathis, this revelation is particularly hard to accept. As Greg Jr. continues to live openly and authentically, the rest of the Mathis family is left to deal with the fallout. Linda, after years of standing by her husband, has finally had enough. She's done pretending, and she's ready to move on. The cracks in the facade have become too big to ignore, and it's clear that the family is now dealing with issues that have been simmering beneath the surface for a long time. It's not just the personal lives of the Mathis family that are being affected by this drama. The public's perception of Judge Mathis as a moral authority is being challenged in ways that could have long-lasting consequences for his career. The man who spent years telling others how to live their lives is now facing questions about his own life that he seems unwilling to answer. And as this drama continues to play out in the public eye, people are left wondering what the future holds for the Mathis family. Will Judge Mathis be able to weather this storm, or will the allegations of his double life be too much to overcome? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear. The Mathis family will never be the same again. As the public watches this family drama unfold, it's a reminder that even those who seem to have it all together can be dealing with struggles and secrets behind closed doors. The Mathis family has long been a fixture in the public eye, but now their private lives are being exposed in ways that no one could have predicted. The image of the perfect family is gone, and what's left is a story of secrets, lies, and the search for authenticity.